We interrupt this program for a special news report on 590 KLBJ Radio.
590 KLBJ Radio News Time 3:03. Good morning, I'm Alison Fox. We are bringing you breaking news of a massive explosion in Centennial Olympic Park in Atlanta. At least one person is dead, 68 others injured during a concert. The FBI has confirmed that it was some kind of explosive device. We have unconfirmed reports that it was a pipe bomb, and now they are saying that 2 more devices have been found in that area. We now take you back to live continuous coverage of the Olympic tragedy from ABC News here on your news and information source, 590 KLBJ Radio.
We interrupt this program for a special news report on 590 KLBJ Radio.
Good morning. I'm Todd Jeffries along with Alison Fox. You're listening to live continuous coverage of a bomb blast in Atlanta, Georgia, the site of the Olympics. Joining us live now is KLBJ's Kirk Bohls, who is in Atlanta. Kirk, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, Todd.
What can you tell us? It's basically looking at all the video and listening to the sound. It looks like a zoo in that whole area. What can you talk to us about the security?
Well, apparently they're tightening security, Todd, and they're not letting anybody in the Media Press Center, which is just about a block away from the Centennial Olympic Park where the explosion went off just about 3 hours or so ago.
Kirk, how far away are you staying in your hotel from the Centennial Park?
We are north of downtown Atlanta off I-75, and by my estimation, I think we're probably about 5 miles north of there.
Boy, aren't you glad you lost your original motel room, huh?
You can be grateful for, I guess.
Now, the confusing side to the whole thing, where they were going to or getting ready to have the press conference, that's the site where they're keeping all the reporters and keeping everyone out. So there's some confusion as to if this press conference is going to happen from the Olympic Committee.
Yes, police radio reported finding 2 other devices within the park. Those reports have not been confirmed outside of local police officials. The mayor is hesitant, to say the least, to confirm anything at this point, but they are evacuating everybody from that area. They have shut down the commuter rail system there in downtown Atlanta and all over the city of Atlanta. So right now there are a lot of stranded commuters and tourists right now walking the downtown streets with no way to get home.
And to catch everyone up to date, we have reports of at least 1 to 4 people dead and as many as maybe 200 people injured.
Yes. And
in fact, they were treating some people at the site of the Centennial Park for some minor injuries. And we do have a report that one person their arm was blown off. It's just a tragic sight. The whole area. They blocked. Looking at some video here, the entire area is blocked off. And we have reports that they're using tear gas to clear the area as well.
Yes.
And Kirk, you've been there for a week now. And security has been a major issue.
Well, it really has, Todd. They have somewhere between 25 and 30,000 law enforcement officers, including police, National Guard, FBI, and I imagine we're going to see those numbers rise, in the coming 9-10 days left of these Olympic Games.
And Kirk, the saddest part about this is the Centennial Park area was about the only area in the whole Olympic Games that is not subject to as stringent security measures as you find elsewhere in the Games.
That's exactly right, Alison. It's bordered by, it's fenced in, but there are several places, that you can get in, and there's no security checks whatsoever at the entrances and exits there. There are people manning officers and law enforcement authorities manning those entrances and exits, but they were never checking any of our bags until you're actually going through a venue.
To say the least, Kirk. From what we understand, tonight's explosion occurred at Centennial Olympic Park in Atlanta, and they were holding a concert at that time.
Yeah, it was by Jack Mack and the Heart Attack.
Now, earlier this week, Kirk, there was a bomb threat at one of the main buildings there, where they forced the evacuation for a brief time. That turned out to be a hoax, correct?
Yes, and like I said, they've been isolated, and we almost have, I wouldn't say it's on a daily basis, Todd, but it has happened. There have been several instances of that, but we almost just kind of take it with a grain of salt, assuming they're going to be that, and maybe some false reports of that. But as you two were saying before, Centennial Olympic Park would be a great venue to place a bomb because it's open to the public, it's free, and at any different time of night. We were leaving the women's gymnastics last night well after midnight, and there were just thousands of people still in the park as there were tonight.
Right.
And anybody can go through there, so it would be a great place for a terrorist to put a bomb.
Kind of a tragic statement when you think that really is one of the only safe places, and a place where I think organizers thought they could trust people to just go out and have a good time.
Well, it really is. You know, they have live music there. There are a lot of shops there where you can trade pins and buy paraphernalia there and souvenirs, and I would not be at all surprised if they shut that down for the duration of the games. We've been told that right now there's been no scheduled, or rather rescheduled of any of the events that they are supposed to go on as scheduled.
Yes, that's true. NBC is saying that the games will go on. No big schedule changes tomorrow. It will be interesting to see how all of these people will commute to the games without use of the commuter rail system there in Atlanta.
That's exactly right, Alison. Last night when I was coming back from the swimming venue at the Georgia Tech Aquatic Center, there was just a lot of gridlock downtown, and it was about as bad as I've ever seen, because we always, when we go to these venues, these outlying areas, we are transported by bus to the Media Transportation Mall, and from there we take our buses to our different hotels and dormitories where people are staying. And we thought it might have been due to the fact that Vice President Al Gore and his wife were in Atlanta yesterday and seeing some of the different Olympic events like the field hockey. And any time President Clinton or Vice President Gore have been here, you can expect lengthy delays in the security checks as well as the transportation of the buses and shuttles of the media and the fans.
Kirk, you've been working for the paper for quite a long time now. Take us back in time to the Munich Olympics, where we had another terrorist incident.
Well, in 1972, when the Palestinian terrorists took over, the commandos took over a dormitory where a lot of the Israeli athletes were taking, and I believe 11 of them were eventually killed in a shootout at the airport there in Munich. And we pray that something like that is not going to happen here.
Absolutely. In fact, someone was just mentioning to me, it is pure speculation at this point, but what if someone had been planning this initial bomb as kind of a smokescreen for perhaps a larger bomb, a larger event, and they had mentioned that there was some concern with the big crowds coming in for the track and field competition today.
Well, you're exactly right, Alison. That's a very scary proposition when you're talking about the largest venue here, as well as it is next door to the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. They're right adjacent to one another, and that's where the baseball is being held. And the United States is playing Cuba Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock at that ballpark, and it's also at the height of some of the track competition.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to live continuous coverage of the bomb blast in Centennial Olympic Park in Atlanta. A bomb blast in the middle of a concert going on in the park. We understand that at least 1 to 4 people are confirmed dead, and up as many as to 200 people injured. We're talking with the Austin American-Statesman's Kirk Bohls, and also with the 590 KLBJ radio news team. We'll join ABC coming up in about 4 minutes, live at the top of the hour.